Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We would like to express our gratitude to Dr. Rohaya for guiding us throughout the process of making the video. I am Farisha from Group 6 along with my other two members, Yasmin and Kohui. Today we would like to talk about causes, effects, and solutions for sleeping disturbance among Malaysian college students. Sleeping disturbance has always been the main issue among college students. Students are not getting enough sleep due to their hectic schedule while studying. Sleeping disturbance can be related to a mental disorder as it affects someone's mental health. College students tend to sleep in a short period of time because they are chasing deadlines for their assignments and other works. They need to learn how to improve their time management skills so that they can have enough sleep because the beginning of health is sleep.
One of the main causes of sleep disturbances among college students is high stress periods during their studies that can lead to sleep disorder. Sleep disorder is always related to insomnia and is the most common sleep disorder among students besides snoring, sleep apnea, parasomnia, and many other types of sleep disorder. Insomnia is a complaint of insufficient or poor quality of sleep because of one or more of a certain condition. The conditions are difficulty to fall asleep, frequently cautious at night, and feel hard when they want to go back to sleep after waking up too early in the morning. When students are stressed, sleep disorder often occur to them. Insomnia among students can be caused by life distress, such as numerous of assignments, presentations, work schedules, or other physiological factors. Insomnia is associated with a decrease in work productivity due to insufficient energy. When students get less sleep period, they will have less energy to start their daily activities. Other stress-related is chronotype, which differs among students individually and is also a type of stress response. Students who most likely an evening type of person are vulnerable to stress, and this evening type are assumed to have problems with their academic performance. Chronotypes correlated differently with stress, which give a negative impact on the sleep and life quality of the students as the outcome. Therefore, during high stress periods, students tend to develop insomnia and leads to unhealthy sleeping patterns.
Hi everyone, I'm Kohui. Now I would like to talk about another cause of why sleeping disturbance happens among the college students, which is the unhealthy lifestyle habits. As we all know that most people nowadays, they usually having the bad lifestyle habits, especially for the college students. Students usually have the irregular sleep wake patterns. They do not set the times on when they are asleep and when they are awake. This is because of their heavy academic loads and the poor time management. A college student always has a lot of tasks and assignments to do. Poor time management will prompt them to cut their sleeping time in order to complete the task. Hence, students will tend to refresh themselves with a cup of coffee, especially early in the morning. This caffeine, media use, and other stimulant use, such as the smartphone addictions, has brought the side effects on sleeps. For example, too many caffeine drinks will cause restlessness, insomnia, and dependency. Moreover, the regularity of meal times and consumptions of foods will influence the sleeping quality too. This is because the caffeinated drinks such as the coffee or tea will make students feel crappy and sluggish. This hazy lifestyle has become the main excuse for students to cultivate an irregular sleep wake patterns. So, student lifestyle habits has urged the occurrence of sleeping disturbance among them.
There are various negative effects that come from sleeping disturbance. Decrease in sleep quality will lead to negative impact on the student's academic performance. Students who have a shorter sleep duration will have academic impairments due to excessive tiredness. Sleep disturbances among college students can negatively affect their social relationships along with academic performance. When the students have insomnia, they are having difficulties to sleep, which later will affect their focus during the class due to excessive sleepiness. As commonly known, cognitive function is one of the most important parts for the students to do well in their academic performance. But due to insufficient of sleep period, student cognitive function is affected and it shows in their poor academic performance. Besides that, self-efficacy efficacy is associated with academic performance and mental health of the students. Students with low self-efficacy are associated with poor academic performances and poor mental health, and also they are more likely to experience sleep disturbances. On the other hand, students with high efficacy are most likely to get better academic performance and a healthy mental state and fewer sleep disturbances. Any kind of sleep disorder such as insomnia, sleep apnea, parasomnias, and an inadequate amount of sleep can be associated with mental strains such as anxiety, depression, and suicidal thoughts among college students. Thus, inadequate amount of sleep among students will affect their mental health, self-efficacy, and cognitive function and leads to academic impairments.
For a student who having a sleeping disorder problems will become depressive and exposed to risky behavior. This is because there is always a clear connection between the poor sleep quality and more severe depressive symptoms in the college students. It will result in instability of one's emotions, which in turn will give rise to students getting into more depressions because students are unable to control their temper when they are lack of sleep. Misunderstandings and quarrels will tend to occur easily when their tempers are lost control, which in turn will lead to the breakdown of a relationships between them. Students will slide into a depression when they fail to handle the relationships with their friends. Besides that, insufficient sleep is a distinct predictor of depressive symptoms and is also associated with increase in suicidal ideations in both adolescents and adults. Students will easily get lost to imagining a happy future or even remember a happy past when they are depressed. They will only suffer and feel helpless when the depressive symptoms turn serious. Moreover, sleep disturbance could disrupt an individual's problem-solving capacity, and this will cause an increase in impulsivity and leading to increased risky behaviors. So, when students could not find the suitable criteria or solutions to overcome the problems that put them into the troubles, they will easily feel down. Moreover, students will be partial to have a self-harm behaviors and may even have a suicide attempts in the worst situations. In short, sleep disturbance among the students may cause them to become depressive and put them into the hazardous behavior.
In order to overcome the problem of sleeping disorder, cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT) in Studieren Wien im Schlaf, Swiss, is an example of a great solution to sleep problems among students who especially suffer from insomnia. Cognitive behavioral therapy is an effective treatment for severe sleeping disturbance and more effective than medication. CBT is a specially constructed program that helps students with insomnia by identifying and removing negative thoughts and behaviors that cause sleep disturbance with habits that help students to get a better quality of sleep. CBT surprisingly works a lot better than most therapy. The main focus of this therapy correlated to thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and behaviors. In other words, what we think and what we do can influence what we feel. CBT will help students to rethink and reevaluate their interpretation on negative things and help them to recognize negative thoughts, then change them into a positive statement. Students that get easily overwhelmed with the number of works that they have been assigned should learn how to manage and settle their work by parts. Jot down the list of works, set them according to their priority, and get them done orderly. Swiss is a sleep training for university students with sleep disturbance that focus on obstacles of university students' life by handling special challenges and factors that caused by environment along with the biological factor. The next solution is circadian rhythm. The major sleeping time becomes concentrated and more settled during the nighttime hours of darkness. Students should know what they should do during the day and night phase clearly, such as avoid using their sleep time at night to do their tasks. Sleep or wake cycles are intertwined with the circadian system. Circadian rhythm is important for the sleep or wake cycle as it can promote consistent sleep and help to restore a good quality of sleep. Students need to obey this type of control of sleeping time as it is one of the good ways to overcome sleeping disturbance. Having a regular sleeping schedule can help students to maintain their sleeping time. By doing so, they would have enough sleep and can be productive the next day. They have to make use of the time in the daylight to settle all their tasks and to avoid staying up late. Most of the students who stay up late would not have enough energy to get through their day. They cannot afford to sleep at 2 a.m. if they are going to have a class at 8 a.m. because they would not have the right amount of sleep. As far as the idea of sleeping late can cause sleeping disturbance, surprisingly, sleeping too early can cause the same thing too. Therefore, students need to avoid the inversion time of sleeping, such as sleep in the daylight but awake at night, and practice a model circadian rhythm because it is important for students to fight against the sleeping disorder.
In conclusions, high stress periods and unhealthy lifestyle habits are the causes of sleeping disturbance among the college students. Students must attach the importance to enhance the quality of sleep to avoid a variety of side effects from sleeping disorder, such as the influence of a student's academic performance and the rise of the depressive and risky behavior among them. However, every cloud has a silver linings. Students must take an action immediately when they have faced the problem of sleeping disturbance. There is never too late to find the solutions and overcome the problems. Having the effective treatments such as the CBT and Swiss or maintain a good running of the circadian rhythms, like what Farisha mentioned before, are the helpful solutions to grow the sleeping qualities. Therefore, students are not only the ones that play the role to improve their sleeping habits, but parents, teachers, and governments also have the responsibility to help and take off the burdens too. Our Group 6 sincerely appreciates your attention today. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask and we will try our best to answer the questions. And that's all from our Group 6. Thank you.